Hello, welcome to our seminar. Hi, good afternoon. Okay, welcome to our seminar 7 and 8. Welcome all. Please do register your attendance. All the resources that you need, they are on Blackboard. You can download them. Great to see you all, and thank you for being here on time. Okay, shall we start? Let us start. We have two activities today. Let me open today's seminar. Okay, welcome to seminar 7 and 8. And let's start. We finished time management grid in seminar 1. So please make sure that you have finished these all. Have you included your time management grid? Seminar 2, personal professional development plan. You created this. That will be your second activity. The third activity, top 10 employable skills evidence. Please make sure that you include this evidence table. Number 4, you include your personal branding canvas. Your audience are the companies or departments who will hire you, and you are positioning yourself and your personal brand to improve your employability. So attach your canvas as your activity 4. In seminar 5, you have applied Gibbs cycle of reflection to a critical incident. Please make sure you attach this. This is the Gibbs cycle of reflection guideline or handout. Seminar 6, you attach your evidence table for self-directed learning. You include 6 activities in total. These might be movies, films, books, Desert Island Discs episodes, TED Talks, etc. Whatever inspires you, you turn them into a table. And today, we will have 2 activities today. Flower exercise result sheet. You will do this in a minute. And choose your own option. You will choose one of these 6 options. We will go over them quickly. So let's kickstart today's activity. I want you to download flower exercise worksheet. So we will do the flower exercise first. This is taken from this book. This is a bestseller book. It is called What Color is Your Parachute? It is one of the bestsellers. It is about self-awareness, career change, and job hunting. So it's an immensely helpful book. Before we start, let me just share this page from this book. Typically, employers start from the top, but as job applicants, you start from the bottom. So don't do that. You also need to consider and start from the top. So let's look at the top, how the employers choose to fill their vacancies. Number 1, they find somebody from within. That means they offer the job to an intern or a part-time or a temporary contract worker. So they already know this person. So what's the implication? That means you need to find an initial internship or part-time or temporary job where you can showcase your best skills and the value that you create. They will love you. They will love your contribution. And then they will offer you a full-time job. Yeah, that's the best way to go for it. Number 2, then they use proof, evidence. They look at your evidence. So please make sure that you can bring a folder of evidence or a collection of documents that prove your worth and skills and knowledge and experiences. If you have done some projects, make sure that you have samples of these projects or a brief summary of these. What have you done? How have you used your skills and knowledge? If you have some portfolio sample work, please bring those to the attention of your employers. Employers always love to look at your sample evidence, your previous work or portfolio. Okay. Number 3, then they use their networks. They ask their friends or business colleagues. So networking becomes important. Make sure that you network. Make sure that you also be active on LinkedIn and attend any networking events wherever you can. Number 4, then they use an agency they trust. They might use recruiter firms, search firms. And then if that doesn't work, number 5, they place a job advertisement. That's one of the last resorts. They place a job advertisement. And then the last resort is they look at resumes, which are unsolicited. So as you can see, sending out unsolicited resumes is the least effective way. Why? Because it's at the bottom. They just use it as a last resort. So you should not rely on that. You should start from the top and think like employers, okay? So there are many tips like this in the book, in this book. So what you will do today, right now, is you will reflect on your ideal career. What does your ideal job look like? You look at all these domains: people, workplace, skills, purpose, knowledges, salary, and geography. So this is like creating the anatomy of your ideal job. You will respond to these questions. Each of these flower petals address an area of your ideal job. So please respond to these questions. These questions are on your slides. You can download the slides, but also you can please also download the worksheet. So please go to Blackboard and download the worksheet. Let me share this worksheet with you as well. By the way, welcome all. If you have not registered, for those of you who just arrived, please register your attendance, and welcome all. Great to see you all. Okay, so now I want to show you the document. It is called Flower Exercise Worksheet. Okay, it is called Flower Exercise Worksheet. So please download that. It is on your Blackboard. Download, and you will be working on that in the next couple of minutes. So this is the document. Please make sure you download this. You have 2 options to complete this. Either you can complete the visual worksheet, the flower itself. There are like boxes here. You can just type up, for example, geography. You want to be close to the sea or the ocean. You can just type up your comments if you want, just like this for all the boxes. Or this is option 1, the visual worksheet. Or option 2, you can continue with this verbal worksheet. Okay, this verbal worksheet. So let's continue with this one for now. What you will do is you will overwrite and write up your comments. Let's start with geography now. Please type these up and start working on this. And let me just tell you, we will be very quick, very quick. So please type up very quickly. Don't think too much. You will just overwrite. Where do you wish to live? Let's say, I want to live, just type up in Norwich or in London, because just explain it. What are the top 3 factors? Just choose them. Do you prefer cold, warm weather, big city or small town, near the beach, forest or mountain? Do you have some ideal cities or countries or cultures? Would you like a historical city? What about costs of living? Do you want a expensive, not expensive place, but like a cheaper place to live? So that means like you prefer Norwich, not London, etc. Or maybe you can consider moving to some other countries. So what are your plans? Please list them and overwrite them quickly. Just explain your choices, yeah? So please finish this in the next 1 minute. here is the QR code, David. Okay, so please work on the geography. What are your top considerations? Just try to explain them. Yeah. What matters in terms of location? Okay, let's try to wrap this up. Okay, let's continue with number 2 then. Salary, compensation, and position questions. What position do you wish to start at? What could be your job title? Would you like to start as an intern, assistant? So what will be your job title? Do you want part-time, full-time as a start? What about your level of responsibility? So do you want to work with other people in a team environment, or do you want to be responsible for some other people, like work as a manager, or just entry level? What about which department? Would you prefer marketing, accounting, finance? Just, you can list them as well. Which department? And then write your salary. Let's say your annual salary, your goal is to achieve a job with 25,000, let's say. Just write that down. And then target monthly salary. This is the net salary after taxes are reduced. So maybe with 25,000, after the taxes are reduced, it will be something like close to 2,000. Yeah, something close to 2,000, something like that, or maybe. So that's your target. Yeah, let's say, and you want to achieve multiple streams of income at the same time, right? How will you do that? So you cannot just depend on your salary. You also need some additional streams of income for the long term. This will make your wealth more sustainable. You will achieve multiple streams of income. You will start saving and investing early on. So how will you do that? Create some ideas here and write them down. For example, you can establish your own company as one-person company. You can learn about Amazon, drop shipping. You can sell stuff on Etsy, etc. You can create your ebook and sell it on Gumroad. Or, for example, I established my YouTube channel and I have 800 subscribers right now. So in a couple of months, I will have 1,000 subscribers. And then after that, I will start making money on YouTube. So what about your projects like these? Like over the next couple of years, how will you achieve multiple streams of income? For example, you can consider Uber, Airbnb, participate in this sharing economy or gig economy. Maybe do some project work. What kind of projects can you do? Or you can start writing. I'm writing on Medium, and my articles bring me about $100 every month. So like, I don't need to do anything. They just bring income because they are assets. So think about how you will create your own assets so that they will bring you income in the future. Okay, so just type these up, type your ideas up and work on it now. Please try to wrap this up in 1 minute as we go through these ideas. Just overwrite your ideas quickly. Hannah, of course, you can say you want to work from home, ideally. And some companies are considering remote work, right? Especially high-tech companies, they allow flexible and remote work. So definitely, you can write that down. And Fraser, this is your ideal job, yes, but make it realistic for your entry-level job as well. So there is a balance there. Maybe you can start with a realistic job at first, and then underneath, you can also reflect on your dream job for the longer term. Yeah, so you can combine them. Like first start with the realistic entry level, and then after a couple of years, what is your ideal job? You can also write about that. Or if you want to establish your own entrepreneurial company, again, mention that. Okay, so write these as like multiple bullet points. Okay, keep typing up. And please try to wrap this up in 30 seconds. You can always come back later on. Okay, let's continue with the third part, your favorite working conditions. So under which conditions do you do your most effective work? Do you prefer indoors or outdoors? Do you want to stay in one place or travel a lot? Do you want prescribed or flexible hours? Do you want to work alone or as part of a team? Do you prefer more autonomy or more structure? What about the corporate culture? What kind of a culture do you wish? And would you like to be more creative in your work? Would you like to do some project work? Would you prefer remote work or be full-time in the office or a mixed model? So some companies, some technology companies are now allowing remote work, and you can work from your home basically. But some others want you to go to work every day. So like, what is your preference on that? For example, at UEA, it's a blended model. Generally, we go to campus when we have face-to-face lectures. Yeah, so I go to campus 2 or 3 days a week, and the rest of the days I have some online teaching, and I can do online meetings, etc. So it's a mixed model. I stay at home like 2 to 3 days a week sometimes, and 2 to 3 days I go to work. So it's a mixed model at UEA. So what is your preference? Yeah, so you can just choose the ones, overwrite these, and if you want to explain it in a sentence, you can explain it as well quickly. Yeah, so please complete this section in 1 minute. Just overwrite your preferences. Okay, please try to wrap this up. Okay, let's continue with the fourth one. Work goals and interests. You can come back if you are not finished, yeah? Work goals and interests. I want you to rank these. There are 7 things here. Working with the human mind to bring knowledge, truth, clarity. That's number 1. Number 2, working with the human body. Shelter, food, clothing, fitness, health. Number 3, working with the senses to bring more beauty, art, flowers, photography, decoration, etc. Number 4, working with the human heart to bring love, empathy, focus on relationships. Number 5, human conscious to bring justice, morality. Number 6, work with the human spirit to bring laughter, spirituality, faith, compassion. And the last one, working with the earth to ensure sustainability, protection of the planet, deal with climate change, etc. So which ones of these are closer to your heart? There are 7 things here. I want you to rank them from 1 till 7. 1 is the highest priority, closest to your heart, and then 2, 3, you can mix them up, yeah? You can. So which one should be at the top? So that will be my number 1, let's say. Put it at number 1. And then maybe you want number 2 here. Then cut it and paste it. And put that as number 2, etc. Yeah. So please rank them 1 till 7. Yeah. Okay. And if you want to explain your choices in a sentence or 2, you can write to explain. Why did you choose this order? Let's say, what are you passionate about? If you are really passionate about something, you can say a few words about that. Okay. Okay, please try to finish this in 1 minute. Okay, please wrap it up. Okay. So let's continue with the next one. Favorite people. So you will choose what kind of people do you want to be surrounded by. In your ideal job, think about your colleagues, your coworkers, or maybe your clients. What kind of people do you wish to be surrounded by? Please choose 5 to 7 characteristics from the table, write them underneath. You can also write things that are not on the table, as you wish. What kind of people do you want to work with? This is also important because we want you to think about the company culture, organizational culture that you want to be embedded in. You know, that's very important to consider. What type of a workplace do you really want to go for? It's an important question. For example, if you go to McKinsey, let's say, it's a top consulting company, you know that your colleagues will be top-notch analytical people. They will be very competitive. They will be very sharp, very professional, very fast, but also very competitive people. They are analytical, sharp-minded, and They can solve problems very quickly, all of them. But they are also very stressed out, and they are very career-oriented people. So do you wish to be surrounded by these type of people? Let's say each organization has a distinct culture. Consider that. If you have particular preferences, write down, explain them here in a sentence or two. And remember that some of the top organizations, they are not very positive. There are very toxic workplaces that you don't want to work in. So consider that. For example, I would always prefer to work at UEA than, let's say, work at Harvard. Because I have colleagues who have worked at Harvard University, let's say. Harvard is extremely competitive, and there is a lot of toxicity in many departments there. So I wouldn't want to work in a university which is that much, where there is so much competition and politics. UEA is very positive. I feel very happy here because people are supportive, very collegial. My colleagues are fully supporting me. It's an extremely positive environment, and I love that. So, you should consider these aspects. What kind of a workplace is this? Yeah. So please write these up. Try to finish this up as much as you can. The next 1 minute, please wrap it up. Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's continue with the next one. Special fields, sectors, or knowledges. So think about the sectors that you would like to be involved in. You will choose 5 of these. Of course, you are in business, but what else? Do you wish to work in, let's say, arts, automobiles, airlines, banking, architecture, universities maybe, government, non-profits, media, social media? You can also choose things that are not on the list here. Social media, let's say, or high technology sectors. Let's say artificial intelligence or the metaverse. You want to work on that. So you can use specific fields as well and write these down. Okay. You can choose more than 5 if you want. Please write them down quickly. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Okay, let's continue with the last one. Your transferable skills. You will choose skills that represent your strengths. Please try to choose 10 to 12 skills from this table, but also you can choose more specific skills as well. If it is not on the table, but you have those specific skills or strengths, please make sure that you list them as well. Okay, you can choose a bit more if you want. Some of the things here are like too generic. So if they are helpful, you can choose them, of course, but try to be more specific wherever you can. So you can add your own skills and strengths. Okay? For example, let's say achieving virality on TikTok or Instagram. You achieved some viral videos. This is a very rare, important skill. You can put that as a very specific skill. Things like these. Like if you have some particular skills like these or strengths, please make sure you include them specifically, even if it is not in the table. Okay. So please choose your skills, write them down quickly in the next 1 minute. Okay, please try to wrap this up. Okay, any questions? So this will be your seminar 7 activity, yeah? Flower exercise worksheet. You'll just copy and paste this worksheet, and that will be your seminar 7 activity, okay? Any questions about seminar 7 and this flower exercise? Please feel free to ask. Okay. So let's continue with seminar 8 activity. If you don't have any questions, please feel free to ask if you have any questions, okay? So let's continue with seminar 8 then. Let's come back to the presentation and let's continue with seminar 8. Choose your own option. Choose your own option. Now, what I will do is I will go over each of these options quickly, and then you will decide which option you will choose. So I will go over 6 options, okay? And you will choose just one of them. Okay, let's go over each of these options. And you will make your choice. Option 1, you will design your own logo. Think about your personal brand, your own logo. What kind of a logo would represent you as a person? So if you want to do this one, just brainstorm some different concepts, different possibilities. What could be different symbols, possibilities? Make a list of them. And then choose a symbol that conveys the essence of who you are. So you can follow these steps. You can start with brainstorming. Do some doodling. What represents you? Just do some doodling. And then use your gut feeling and choose your favorite concepts. Maybe discuss them a bit. And then choose one of them. Let's say I have chosen feather. Then try to sketch different designs for the feather, the same concept. Try different colors, lines, movements, etc. Okay. And then you choose a design that you like best. And in a couple of minutes, finalize your final logo. You can do this digitally, or You can do it in a pencil and paper, pen and paper, just using your hand. If you do it on paper, then please include high resolution photos of your drawings. Okay. If you are happy with your logo, then that's perfectly fine. Don't try to achieve something perfect. Stop when you are 80% happy. Okay. So if you choose this option, what will you include? You will include these 5 things. Number 1, the process of logo creation. How did you create these? If you have some sketches, prototypes, or some doodles, drawings, please make sure you include them. Number 2, describe your logo. What does it represent? Why have you chosen this logo, this symbol? Number 3, how is this linked to your values, personal values? How is this linked to your personal brand? Please explain. Number 4, include the final high resolution picture of your logo. This can be digital, or you can do this on paper as well. But take a high quality resolution version of it and put it as your final version. And finally, you will include a motto or a slogan. Maybe a sentence that will capture your life philosophy. Capture it in just 1 sentence and include that as well. Okay, so you will include these 5 things if you choose the logo option. It is great fun. Many students previously have done this option, and it is great fun to create your own personal logo. Do this if you are into design. If you like design, creativity, then this might be a great. And if you like visual thinking, this is a visual thinking exercise. You can do this one. Okay? Clear? Is this all clear? So that's option number 1. Let's continue with the second option then. You will do this exercise taken from this book. This book is a bestseller, Your Best Year Yet, 10 questions for making the next 12 months your most successful ever. This is a self-coaching book by Ginny Ditzler. So this exercise is taken from that. You will just respond to these 10 questions. Write a couple of sentences, maybe some bullet points, a couple of bullet points for each. So what did you accomplish over the past 12 months? What were your biggest disappointments? What did you learn throughout this year? Do you limit yourself? How can I stop doing it? What are your values? What roles do you play in your life? Daughter, teacher, student, job applicant, writer, consultant, etc. Which role will be your major focus in 2022? What are your goals for 2022? Identify your top 10 goals and how can you make sure that you achieve them? Can you establish a personal system of creativity and productivity to achieve these? How will you do it? And when you are formulating your goals, remember, you should always include your asset creation goals. How will you create your own assets? Will you write a book? Will you compose music? Will you create your own fashion line? Will you create your Medium blog, TikTok following, Instagram brand, YouTube channel, etc.? So mention them. Okay. So this is your option 2. You just respond to these 10 questions. Okay. Choose this option if you want to really think about the next year, especially 2022. What will you do? What are your priorities for next year? Okay, so this is your option 2. Let's continue with option 3. Table of role models. If you choose this option, you will choose 5 to 6 role models. Who are they? Let's say your parents are your role models, or you can choose some celebrities such as Oprah, or you can choose some business leaders such as Elon Musk. So say a few words about why they are your role models. Why have you chosen them? And what can we learn from them? How are their lives and careers inspiring to you? Just write a couple of bullet points for each role model and put them all in a table, please. So in total, you should have 5 to 6 role models, okay? And explain them each. So this is your option number 3, okay? Option number 4, you will create a table to track your job applications. So if you want to apply for jobs in the upcoming weeks or months, then this might be a great exercise for you. What you will do is you will choose 5 or 6 companies and positions, and then you will create a table for them to keep track of how you would prepare for these jobs. For example, is there a deadline, job application deadline? Put that down. What documents do you need to submit? Make a list of them. Do you need to do some research about this company or this position? Do your research and write about your findings. And what about the requirements? What are the requirements of the job? How will you meet these requirements? Again, say a few words about how you will prepare your job application and how will you finish your job application. Okay, so this table helps you to keep track of your job applications. Choose this if you want to systematize your job application process. Okay, so this is your option 4. Option number 5, you will create your own SWOT analysis. So think of yourself as the job candidate and develop a strategic view of your career and of your job applications. So you will do a SWOT analysis. I think you're already familiar with SWOT analysis. You have already done similar things, I think. You can Google this up if you don't know it. So you will start with your strengths. What are your strengths as a job applicant? Make a list of them. And then what are your weaknesses as a job applicant? And how can you overcome these weaknesses? What are some action points? And then you analyze the environment. Let's say, look at the job market in the next 2 years. How will the job market change? What are opportunities? Make a list of the opportunities ahead of you in the next 2 years. And what are the threats ahead of you? Again, make a list of all the potential threats. And how can you prepare for these threats? How can you take precautions? So these threats might be like economic crisis or danger of automation, artificial intelligence, all these machines and robots taking over jobs, etc. How will you deal with these threats? Okay, so like create some ideas. Okay, so this is your option number 5, SWOT analysis of your career. Okay, and your job applications. You will choose just one option, Diana. That's right. You will choose and do just one option. Okay, and the last one is, I think, the most creative option. You will create your own Netflix show. Just brainstorm possibilities. So you will imagine and design this show. Let's say Netflix has asked you to come up, create your own show. You can create anything. This is just a brainstorming imagination exercise. What would be the title of your show? Would it be like a documentary, drama, or reality show? Let's say you're passionate. Choose something that you're passionate about. Let's say it will be a fashion show. You love fashion. So create a show about fashion. Let's say you love cooking. Create a show about food and cooking, etc. Okay, so will it be like a lifestyle show, etc. So think about the title, the format, create some ideas, have fun. Yeah, so that's the last option, option number 6. Okay, so these are your 6 options. Now, I want you to make your choice. Open your notebook, decide which option you will choose. Okay, which option will you be choosing? Please choose that option. Would you prefer personal logo, 10 responses, role models, job applications, SWOT analysis, or Netflix show? Which one would you like to choose? Please write it down. Write down your choice. And then please start working on it. Do some brainstorming. Create some ideas. Make some progress right now. Whichever you choose, just create your ideas and write them down. Capture your ideas now. Okay? Do some brainstorming. Okay? So is this clear? Like these 6 options. Do you have any questions about any of these options? Is it all clear? Please choose just one of them and do one of them. Yeah. So this is your seminar 8. Choose your own option. So which option did you choose? Just enter. Let's see how you decided. Yeah, let's see how you decided. Which option did you choose? Just choose the options. In your screen, there is a survey. Let's see like which ones are like more popular. So choose your own one. Okay. So on your screen, you will see a survey. This is just for fun. I mean, you don't have to choose the ones that you have. You can change it later on if you want. But I just want to see like your preferences, yeah, for now. Okay, so this is your last chance. If you want to respond to the survey, please do it now. Okay, I'll stop the survey in 10 seconds. So this is your last chance to respond. Okay, let's see. As you can see, 5 of you have chosen logo, which is a very popular option. As you can see, logo, it will be great fun if you create your own logo. That's great. 2 of you have chosen 10 responses. You will do some self-coaching, reflect about next year, which is great. Again, Netflix show, I'm glad that you have chosen this. Congratulations again. This is a very creative option. Excellent. Excellent choices. I love your choices. Excellent. Okay. So Are you clear about seminar 8? Choose your own option. Do you have any questions? So this is the end of our seminar. Please make sure that you finish these activities, flower exercise and your optional table. Finish them both, but also try to finalize all your portfolio elements. Try to finish them all. So work on your job application portfolio. Make sure you finish that. Choose 2 of the creative challenges. They are in your module handbook. Choose 2 of them. Do 2 of them. And then attach your lecture evidence. This is in your module handbook. Again, go over it. And finish all these seminar activities, 1 through 8. Make sure you attach all of them. Okay, so bring together all these elements in just one Word file. You will combine everything in one Word file, a long Word file, okay? And then when you are ready, you can submit it from Blackboard. November 11 is the deadline. So please make sure you prepare your portfolio by November 11 and submit it through Blackboard, please. Okay, so best of luck. So Diana, about the flower work goals, you will just show the ranking. 1, 2, 3, which one is 1, which one is 2, 3, and which one is 7. Yeah. So we want to see the ranking. That ranking will be your final work. If you want to explain it in 1 sentence or 2, what are your passions? You can write a sentence or 2 on why you have chosen, let's say, top 1 or top 2. Yeah, if you want to explain it in a sentence, you can do so, but you don't have to. Okay, so we just want to see your ranking. For the 10 questions choice, what do you mean by, how do you limit yourself as a person, as a professional? Like, we all limit ourselves. How do you do so? For example, are you procrastinating? Are you making mistakes? Are you too scared to initiate something? To take some risks? So what are the things? Maybe you have fear, some anxiety, etc. So mention them. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. This is the end of our seminar. I wish you best of luck in your portfolios. I wish you a great weekend, and I will see you next week in our lecture. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.